Hello everybody, this is Ashley Garner with Ashley B. Garner and Associates at Intracoastal Realty in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today's video we're going to talk a little bit about value and price and multiple offers, and really what I'm getting at here, a lot of times people will come to me and say, Ashley, what do we price our house, what price do we put on our house? We want to sell it. What's it worth? And so, we do a lot of research, we look at the market, and we put as much science behind that as we can with comparable sales, etc. And then we have to put a price on the house, not the value. We put a price on the house and put it on the market. Now the difference between the price and the value is actually what's it worth. What will a buyer pay, what will a seller accept, and that is the definition of the market value. If we had a crystal ball and we knew exactly what that value was and we put that price on it, then the house would sell for that price or maybe a little more. If we put even a little bit less than that value, if we knew what the value was on the price, then the house would sell for the value or maybe a little bit more. Where we run into trouble is when we think we know the value, but people price their house too high. And then we don't get the action that we need. We don't get the showings. The house becomes dated. It sits on the market for too long. And then sometimes it can sell actually lower than the value would have been had we done it right to begin with. Now, why this is hard for people, I understand. I own houses myself, and I want them to be worth as much as they can be worth. But in reality, it's only worth what it's worth. And our job is to find that. Now I wanted to give you an example, and this is a very recent example here. We put a house on the market, and we'll just say for $300,000. And within 2 days, we had 5 offers. And once we let all the parties that had offered know that there were multiple offers, they each got to come back and give their highest and best offer. Well, when they did that, we got offers that were above the sales price, say $310,000. And this really does happen. It happens more now than it did when the market was slow, but this is how it works. So the value of the house is here. We put the price here at a little bit, either right at the value or a little bit below the value. And we got all these offers, and we had 5 in this case. Now once we go back and say, all right, we're in a multiple offer situation, they put their best foot forward, and be mindful that the seller is squarely in the driver's seat in this situation, because now we've got 5 people vying for the same piece of real estate. The seller just sits back and picks up the best offer. So we get these offers, we negotiate, we pick the best one, and the value's here, and sure enough, the contract price is just a little bit higher than the value. This is important. It takes not necessarily a leap of faith, but you've got to trust in how the markets work. You've got to trust your real estate professional that they've done their homework and that they can show you the science behind what they're saying, why they think that it's worth this value, and why you should put this price on your real estate. And if you'll do that, the house will sell for at or above the value. So to wrap up, the value is what the value is. The value has nothing to do with what you want your house to sell for. It has nothing to do with what you paid for it. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's worth what a buyer will pay and a seller will accept. And that number is that number no matter what. So it doesn't matter what price we put on it, it's still going to sell for the same value. The problem is if you put it too high, it's probably not going to sell at all. It's really hard to price them too low, because you get this situation. If you price it at or below the value, the market bids it back up to at least the value, if not a little bit more. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic, and it really does work that way. If you'd like to talk more about it, give us a call. Until next time, this is Ashley.